All right. Good news. I found one of my two of my 3 charge blocks now. So this one's all charged up already. This isn't much of a charge block. It's very light, but it'll be sufficient when you need it, you know what I'm saying, to give you a little extra charge for your cell phone. So we did find, I do have another one out there somewhere in La La Land. That particular charge block was at the bottom of one of these bins. So it's kind of nice. It's all charged up already. This morning, what we did is we put our new compressor to work. We filled up all the tires. So I filled up these 2 bike tires. Now, the gauge does not read very good on here because, you know what I'm saying, I don't know why it doesn't, but I was doing just by feel. But we did double check it with this gauge. It seems to be pretty close. These 2 are right at 42. We've got, this bike is at 16, and the dirt bike is, both tires are at 16. It filled up all of these tires. Some of them were pretty low. The bike tire over there, the street bike, was at about 35-ish. These were right around 8-ish, 10-ish, 13-ish. So I put 16 in these. These were pretty low on my fat tire bike here. So we got them up to 16. So also remember, we did the trailer tires. Those were probably about 5-6 pounds low each. They're at about 40 right now. They're supposed to be 50, but 40 is satisfactory. You can see I got the lock on the trailer here. And we're missing a cap here, so lucky for me. Oh, one of the things I wanted to point out too is they give, with this particular, they give you this little adapter to do Presta valve tires. So that was kind of cool. But be careful, that rubber seal came out and it's stuck to the valve stem over there. So you got to make sure that that stays on it when you take it off. I've never had a rubber seal stick like that, but that's, you know, we've got green slime in these tires too. So I'm not really sure what the pressure is on these beasts. Just did it by feel. So, you know, I may let some of the air out. I think I got it up there about 20-ish or so. But it was nice to see that they did have the Presta valve adapter. So this thing did everything, and it still has charge. Now, I would imagine it's pretty low. There's a meter on here too, by the way. Cheaters. Yeah, you can see I used one charge block. There's still 2 more to go. I'm sure that once you get down to the last one, that's gone. So just for future reference, this is a pretty damn good, let's see if I get the brand name for you, but it's a pretty fucking good compressor. It's very lightweight, portable, and then, like I said, it just filled up all those things. This one here is called, I want to give you the brand name on this beast because it seemed to work pretty fucking good. I got it on Amazon, and I'm gonna need double cheaters for this. We would need double cheaters to pick that baby out. Let me see if it says it on page 2 here, what the brand is. Cordless Smart Tire Inflator. I don't know the brand, dudes. We're gonna have to, I'll look it up on my Amazon account and tell you. But, and it'll automatically shut off. I can shut it off. There. Just hold the button down. But it's a good one. It's very lightweight, portable. I'm gonna leave the I'm going to leave this in the sack. These things will stay inside of the sack at all times. The adapters for the press to valve, we'll put it inside this little. I leave the hose on at all times, like that. No sense in taking that on and off all the time. And that goes inside of my hydration pack. And we're gonna carry that too. We got that little green blue tool bag over there. So, but yeah, it filled up everything. And another thing we set up today, I just set this thing up today, this canopy. Now, we don't need it, and I'm not going to leave the blue thing on when I leave, but I just wanted to see what we have to work with here. It's pretty cool. There's 3 height adjustments here. I was hoping that I was able to put it right next to the Jeep and open the doors, but you can see that I've got it on the highest level near the Jeep there, and it's not doing it. So you have to, we got lucky this time, because the dog will wrap his chain around that pole, okay? But there's a rock there, so he won't go around it. I thought I would just be able to put it right up against the tires, but you won't be able to open up the Jeep doors because that's as high as it goes there. So, but anyways, we got that set up, and I've had this thing for a while, and this is the first time I set it up, and I was trying to figure out what the fuck these are. There's 4 of them. These are sandbags. So you've got sandbags for these things. I couldn't figure out what they were. I had to go to the instructions and read them, and they're sandbags. There's 4 of them for each corner. You know, you can put rocks in them or whatever you want, but they kind of hold it down a little bit. Not a bad idea, you know what I'm saying? But I would probably put a big boulder in it, a couple of boulders, and it'll hold it down steady-ish. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when you leave, look at, they got little clips here for this too. When you leave, you will not leave this canopy on, okay? You will take the top, lower it down as far as you can, and you will take that top off, the tarp. And then when you come back to camp, you'll put it back on. I spilled half my coffee cup this morning. I tipped it over, and before I realized it, half of it was gone. But anyways, we're good. We found a nice place to get water over here. All of these containers here are full of water. Usable river water. That water down there is that river water is usable. It's crystal clear clean when you draw it from the right spot. Now, somebody 300 yards up could piss in it, but it doesn't matter. By the time it percolates down and through all the rock crevices and the rock river rattles, it purifies itself. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyways, man, this, like I said, these 3 are full. This is full of water too. Full of water, full of water. These 2 are waters from home, so I'll use those for the water pick. The 2 water jugs with the X are from home. But Once those two water jugs with the X are empty, I will use river water for the water pick if I have to, without hesitation or deliberation. Anyways, we had a cup of coffee this morning. I spilled half of it, kind of pissed off. But you can see everything is off the trailer. You know, I was going to unload just the dirt bike because I was going to go for a dirt bike ride. And then I realized, holy shit, I got to take Piney, my blue or my green, pine green over there, bike off. And to get that off, I had to move Trixie over. And to move Trixie over, I had to take the street bike off. So we had to take the street bike off first. Then we had to move Trixie over, and then we could take the green bike out, and then we could take the dirt bike off. So basically, you know, when I load up, I'll put the dirt bike on first, tie it down, then you have to have the pedals situated like that for it actually has to be like this, to be perfectly honest with you, because what it does is it slides inside of the spokes on the other bike. So, and then of course you have to have the other bike pedal has to be down too, so it goes into those spokes. It just gives you that little extra room, you know, because you want to move everything over, because this bike, nothing rubs or touches it. Now, I fucked up yesterday. I'm going to show you what happens when shit rubs and touches against this bike. You can see that there's a little imperfection here. Well, before I had a chance to tie over the fuel cells, I didn't even go anywhere. This is just from loading the bike and shit. So the fuel cells rubbed against this plaque here and it damaged it. I'm not gonna cry. Okay, we're good to go. That's the first scratch on the bike. We got it out of the way. But it just goes to show you that everything has to be tied over. Now see, I got this tie right here. This tie pulls those fuel cells over, so they don't, you tie it off right here so it doesn't touch your street bike. But in any case, I had a donut for breakfast. Just wanted to give you an update on we had to unload everything this morning, and the nature of the game here is I'm going to probably, unsure, I think I'm going to take a ride on either the dirt bike up the road here or the street bike and hit the highway. I haven't decided yet. Probably the dirt bike first. I'm not going to be taking the Piney's locked on. She's locked to the trailer. So or Trixie. Here's Piney. We're going to lock Piney to the trailer right now too. Then we're going to throw a green tarp over them, because we're not going to be using these right away. We're going to be using the other bikes first. And you can see we picked a pretty good spot because we're still in the shade. What we'll do here is that wheel chuck is not set up for this bike, but we will put it up here anyways, and we will seats are touching. That's good. That's the only place that's touching. That's fine. Well, like I said, Trixie is locked on. So what we're going to do is color code this. This is our clear. I wanted to get these all the same key, but I couldn't do it. Ordering them from REI a few years, 10 years ago. And so they weren't able to do that. You get what you get when you order it. Okay, this is the clear, so this key should open this up. There we go. Sometimes they're a little temperamental. Sometimes you do have to add a little bit of stuff to them. What we're going to do is just put this lock on like this. Oh, actually we're going to put this metal part down low so that the rubber is the only thing that touches the bike. It's just a temporary thing to hold the bike there. We're gonna throw a tarp over the bikes and over the generator here in just a moment before I leave. And of course, I showed you, like I said, we're gonna probably jump on this dirt bike and take a little spin first. And with this here is to lock up the street bike. That's the tie rod bar right there. I did want to go around the axle, but it's not working out that way. You know what I'm saying? When you get the bike here, it's going to be kind of difficult to get in here. We're going to need to put this bigger chain around the tie rod bar, and then use the smaller chain going through the swing arm on the street bike. But that's a good spot to park it. Check out this fucking shade, bro. I fucking nailed it. I believe the sun just pretty much follows this tree line just on the other side of this tree line there. So I believe the Jeep is going to be in the shade. It maybe half of it might be out of the shade later today. Huh, what's this come from? Probably the wire protection thing for the wiring for the trailer lights. So just throw it out. Came off probably. I think that's what it is. Everything takes time, guys. I need to eat something. I had a donut this morning and a cup of coffee. You can see the dash is all messed up with everything. Hats, everything. But we're going to be here for a few days, so you should try to keep everything under the trailer in case it does rain. When I leave, I'll push this stuff underneath the trailer. I still have to access a few things there, you know, like my helmet and shit like that. So, but you'll push it underneath if it doesn't look like rain today, but you know, it can rain here in 2 seconds. Here's one of the tarps. If you can't see it, you don't want it. Follow me, guys? Does that make sense? This is a, this can be used as a, curtain on the canopy over there. You can hang it from one side as a curtain if the sun is coming in from the side angle, you know what I'm saying? There, so if you can't see it, you don't want it. Generator there, so we're going to take out a blue tarp and cover the rest of that stuff. So and we do also have a cover for this beast. So I haven't decided if I'm going to jump on this and ride it or the dirt bike. I haven't made that decision yet. But what I will do is I will get that street bike over here. pretty much leaning towards the dirt bike though for the first ride here. And a little baby ride, and then come back, probably grab the street bike. Let's grab the keys for that street bike. Fire that beast up. Here's my other charge block. We had to go to the bathroom this morning, and that pizza that I had last night, man, it is good pizza. Man, did you get some serious gas from that fucker. Whatever that white stuff is they have on it, it's pretty brutal. Let's fire this up, show you what. Let me show you what sex sounds like. It's important that you know what sex sounds like. Make sure that is the most beautiful sound in the world. Just make sure my lens is good. I've got to ride about, not very far, I would say about a quarter of a mile from here to paved road, give or take. Not very far. We're just going to move this over into the shade. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Have the service performance that your specialist works off. It's a bunch of bullshit. They think that you haven't changed the oil. You do that shit yourself. It's an irritating thing. Only the dealer can shut that fucking irritation message off. It's a way of forcing you to bring it in for servicing. I do the oil myself, so there's nothing that has to be done on this bike. So don't take that error message as holy shit. This is for locking your helmet. This bag is locked to the bike. I mean, you can still steal it if you want to, but you can also lock your helmet if you go into a restaurant or something with this gun lock. That is what sex sounds like, ladies and gentlemen. We're just gonna leave that key there because I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it or take it or whatever. I've got very big choices. I got a lot of choices today. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can fuck whoever I want. That's a rap song. It's not me. Dudes, let me tell you, man. I got it made. There's no doubt in my mind. We're gonna get this blue tarp out. Oh man, everything is very tight. So we're just gonna move this seat forward a little bit. All of your food has to stay inside of the Jeep. So your refrigerator is in, and all of your dry goods stay in the Jeep. There's no food out here, except the dog food in the bowl, which in actuality, they would probably give you a shit about leaving your dog here too, but there's a place, there's a campground near Teton Village. What is it called? Yellowstone National Park. Then you have Teton National Park, or whatever the fuck it is, and the one next to it. They're beautiful campsites, but you cannot. You got to put all of your food inside of a bear box or inside of your vehicle, and you cannot leave your dogs chained. Your dogs have to come with you everywhere. It's so impractical. It's just, that's just not even a possibility of life in my lane. You know what I'm saying? If you can't see it, you don't want it. Follow me, guys? We're not going to be riding the mountain bikes for just yet, so. Then use these little old boys, nice little paperweights. Like I said, even this coffee pot, I filled this coffee pot full of river water. I only took 6 jugs with me, and I'm beginning to see that that's not enough. I mean, let's just say if you had your girlfriend with you, for example, see the 3 jugs I have out there? Well, she would need 4 jugs out there to take her shower. So you would need, I only need 2 jugs of water to get here, if that. And that's all I took. I mean, that's just a way to save weight. You know what I'm saying? I took those 2 jugs full, and then I took 4 empty jugs. So, but I mean, if you, like I said, if you had your girlfriend with you, that's for my shower later. You'd have to have 4 more out here for her shower. Trust me, this water will be piss warm, basically, in about. And I don't even know if I'm going to take a shower today. But I have an option to take one because I do have water heated up. That river down there, that water is ice cold.